Now on CoastTV News.
Indian River Referendum Day, the decision on a tax rate increase for property owners in the school district. Safer state roads, how you can make your voice heard.
Is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brandon Ferguson. Welcome to CoastTV News Midday. Polls have been open since around 7 this morning for the Indian River School District referendum. Voters are being asked to approve a school district current expense referendum. This is to cover operating costs along with the recruitment and retention of staff. If voters say yes, the district says the referendum will lead to a $24.10 a month tax increase for the average district taxpayer. Polls are open from 7 a.m. this morning and they end at 8 p.m. tomorrow. According to Superintendent Jay Owens, property owners will be asked to pay on average nearly $290 a year more.
We want folks to be as informed as possible, but really March 20th, we want the community to come out and have their voice heard.
There are 8 polling places. All of those are at school buildings within the school district. The polls are open until 8 tonight. This brings us to our CoastTV poll. What matters most in schools? Let's take a look at the results so far. 36% for teacher retention, 9% for class sizes, and the majority, 55% for student resources. And if you haven't voted yet, you can still vote on CoastTV.com or on our mobile app and leave comments so we can run them in our later newscast. Spring is officially here at 5:01 this morning. The season changed, and the first day of spring also sees a Delmarva tradition. Rita's Italian Ice is giving away a free 6-ounce servings. According to Rita's, they're expected to give away about 1 million cups in total of Italian Ice today. We now take a live look into Dover, and we bring in our first alert meteorologist, Bob Trihey. Bob, it's a good day to start off the spring season.
Yeah, and good morning, Brandon. So far, so good, as we had a lot of fog earlier on along coastal Delaware into Maryland, and especially Ocean City, now 10 miles as that fog has lifted, started to move out to sea. But we still have a dense marine fog advisory, Delaware Bay, along the Delaware coast, down into Maryland as well. This goes until 1 o'clock, but it looks like the visibility has improved. So I think any of that remaining fog will lift here in the next couple of hours. Inland areas right now, it's in the lower 60s where you're seeing some sunshine, 61 in Georgetown, 61 in Seaford, 60 in Redden. But in the clouds and fog, it's a little cooler at the beaches with upper 40s. Winds are beginning to pick up out of the south now, gusting up to 25, bringing in that moisture and some of that warmer air. And you can see on the visible satellite picture, we've got some breaks across the eastern shore, but farther to the east, we've got the clouds, maybe a little bit of drizzle along the coast. There are some breaks ahead of a cold front, so I think we will see some sunshine, and eventually showers will be building in as we go into the evening hours with a cold front. You can see that off to our west. As we go through this afternoon, winds picking up. Inland areas warming through the 60s, close to 70 from Seaford to Salisbury, but cooler 40s and 50s at the coast. And this evening, I think we could see some breaks in the clouds. Otherwise, that rain does start to build in. And our day part forecast is dry through about 6 o'clock, and then the rain with that cold front. And then it looks like it's windy and cold with up and down temperatures Friday into the weekend. Much more on your forecast coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you, Bob. In Rehoboth Beach today, commissioners were planning to review an appeal for the proposed Bellhaven project, but because the city's Planning and Zoning Commission withdrew their opposition to the Bellhaven, that is not happening anymore today, and there is no word yet on what the next steps are for the proposed hotel. This just in, Sussex County is looking for suggestions to improve state roads. This is in preparation for the upcoming 2027 to 2032 Capital Transportation Program. They're expected to focus on intersection safety, road conditions, pedestrian safety, signage, and more. The public can submit suggestions, then draft a report that will be complied for the County Council, with plans to submit it to DelDOT in April. One woman we spoke to gave us her idea that she plans to submit.
The lighting is horrible. It's completely dark. They need more so of those hang lights on the highway, not the highway, 113, 9. All of those roads are dark at night.
Submissions will be accepted until Monday at 4 p.m. To find a link to submit your idea, head to our website, coasttvnews.com. There's more closures coming to Millsboro in relation to the Millsboro Bypass project. On this section on your screen, Fox Run Road between Patriots Way and Betts Pond Road is closed just for today from 6 a.m. this morning to 6 p.m. tonight. This closure for bridge work is related to the North Millsboro Bypass project. If you're headed on the Bay Bridge the next days or know someone that is, listen up to this. Weather may delay traffic at the Bay Bridge today and tomorrow due to wind, fog, or rain. The Maryland Transportation Authority says eastbound drivers could experience delays, especially during the afternoon rush hour. Drivers are advised to stay on Route 50 to keep local roads clear for emergency responders, and officials will continue to monitor weather and conditions and adjust operations as needed. An update to a story that has affected many of us during the winter months: high energy bills. And on Wednesday, Delaware Governor Matt Meyer is promising increased bureaucracy as the solution. Here's how that will look. Meyer says he will appoint a new public advocate to contest rate increases, reappoint a public service commissioner for more oversight, and overhaul the dispute resolution process. Meyer claims this will improve transparency. Delmarva Power, which has been the target of recent government action, claims the reason for higher bills is that Delawareans use 6% more energy in 2025 compared to January 2024. New this morning, Delaware's top healthcare leaders, along with state legislators, are expected to announce what they are referring to as an advocacy agenda that they say will strengthen that industry. According to this group, they will reveal an 8-point plan. Here are some of the issues that will be addressed in that plan: health workforce development, emergency preparedness, and insurance reform. Lieutenant Governor Kyle Evans-Gay will join Sussex County Senator Brian Pettyjohn, other lawmakers, and state health organizations at Legislative Hall at 11:30. Lessons in Lewis: from a segregated to the city's current growth, this first-hand experience of a man who was part of that history while becoming a historical sports figure himself. That's next on this week's Coastal Connections.
My patients mean the world to me. It's why I come to work every day.
When a patient gives me a hug or says, "I can't believe you were able to do this for me."
Getting somebody out of pain.
Seeing a patient be able to smile when they haven't for years.
Somebody that's afraid and then they're not afraid anymore.
I love making a difference in other people's lives for the better.
I think that's a really amazing thing that you can do for somebody else.
I'm thankful that I get to do it.
Open 6 days a week with convenient hours. Call and schedule your appointment today.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Dedication, determination, and drive. That's what's needed to be a DSN Scholar Athlete, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month, we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva senior that excels in the classroom and in sports.
They must have a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, sponsored by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
The Eagles at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Woo! Our 5 finalists are Patty from Salisbury, Rob from Ocean Pines, Alicia from Salisbury, JR from Selbyville, Forrest from Bowers Beach.
Come out and cheer on your favorite March 22nd at Crawl Street Tavern in Ocean City.
Bill Kollick has seen a lot in his life. In Lewis, he saw school segregation ended. He went on to become a successful college and high school football coach. And as Matt Pensick shows us in this week's Coastal Connections, even in his 70s, he's still working to bring people together.
Spend a few minutes walking the streets of Lewis with Bill Kollick, and you'll likely get a history lesson.
This was St. Paul's United Methodist Church. This is a large part of the Manhattan fishing industry. This is a Friendship Baptist Church, and Reverend George Edwards was the pastor. You're coming up on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Way, and it's Reverend George Edwards' vision of this street.
While serving as a member of Lewis's African American Heritage Commission, Kollick helped in getting this road named as Martin Luther King Jr. Way. It has long been a key pathway in the city. Kollick views the road not as a line that separated, but one that brought the community together.
Some people might have thought that most Caucasian people lived on the east side and most blacks on the west side, and maybe it was the divider. But actually, with Dr. King and with the Reverend Edwards, what he saw that what America could be. People coming together, working together with each other.
About a block to the east, a symbol of an era in Lewis that is gone but not forgotten. The large fishing reel, the fishing business managed by the mayor of the city at the time, Otis Smith.
It's, as you see, it's pretty big and labor intense. At that time, he had African Americans and Caucasian people working together. He had gone to one of the lending institutions here and talked about lending money to colored people. I'm going to pay a livable wage, and I'm going to give bonuses, and they'll be able to buy land and those things.
A local historical resource. Kollick is also a legendary figure in Delaware sports history.
Coach Bill Kollick, who's done a fine job.
Winning over 62% of his games during his 12 seasons as head coach at Delaware State.
And I'm just overjoyed to have had the opportunity to be able to had just a connection with those young men, and we were very fortunate that we had some success.
Success on the field as a coach, fostering success in the classroom in his current role as a member of the Cape Henlopen School Board. And then there is his volunteer efforts in the community, like work with Habitat for Humanity. Bill Kollick has made putting other people first while serving the first town in the first state. For Coastal Connection, I'm Matt Pensick.
As you see, it's pretty big.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Tired of your old tub? Imagine stepping into a brand new, modern walk-in shower designed for style, comfort, and safety. At Baths by Spicer Brothers, we make upgrading your bathroom easy. Our factory-certified team provides professional 5-star installation in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and done right guarantee, you get the best service at the best price. Right now, save 20% on your entire bathroom project with payments as low as $79 a month.
Call Baths by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
Transport your taste buds to Italy without leaving town at Two Meatballs Ristorante. Enjoy a cozy atmosphere with a symphony of flavors in every bite. Indulge yourself with our assortment of Italian entrees or satisfy your cravings with our finely crafted brick oven pizzas, all made with fresh ingredients. Get your favorites delivered, hot and fresh. Sign up for our free VIP program for discounts and weekly specials, plus get 10% off your first online order. Two Meatballs Ristorante, located behind the Wawa in Long Neck.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, and Delmarva Dave. Visit DelmarvaExperts.com for various local professionals offering the best of Delmarva. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with Socket Fan.
Coming up, Vanna White and her son, Nico Santopietro. Vanna's serving up some Wheel of Fortune secrets.
She's worn 8,000 gowns.
And Nico's serving up his world-class salsa.
Thursday at noon on CoastTV.
We're a little over 6 hours into the spring season. So far, so good. We've been dealing with some coastal fog, but otherwise inland, beautiful right now. 61 in Salisbury. You're in some sunshine, and we're going to warm it up into the 60s. Maybe somebody inland touching 70 degrees as we had the spring equinox, as we transitioned from a long, cold winter and a snowy one into spring. It began at 5:01 a.m., roughly 12 hours of daylight and nighttime, and the days continue to get longer, and we're seeing a lot of that grass blooming and the trees budding out as well. We had some fog earlier, still a dense marine fog advisory, Delaware Bay along the coast of Delaware into the inland bays. This goes until 1 p.m., but the fog is lifting in a lot of places and still hanging on to that dense marine fog advisory across areas of northeast Maryland into coastal Worcester County. But this is good news. Visibility 10 miles in Ocean City now. It was less than a half mile earlier, and that fog will burn off here in the next couple of hours if you're still seeing the fog at the coast. And it's cold there along the beaches, 48 in Rehoboth, Bethany Beach, Ocean City 47, but inland it is warming up nicely. 61 in Salisbury, Georgetown, and Milton at 60 degrees as the winter coming in out of the south and southeast and beginning to get pretty gusty as well, gusting up to 25 at Indian River Inlet, so that's bringing in the moisture and the warmth as well, and maybe a little bit of drizzle along the coast. This is a visible satellite picture, and we're seeing some breaks in the overcast too, so I think we're looking at mostly cloudy skies as we go into the afternoon. A quarter of clear skies at ahead of this cold front back through the I-95 corridor. We have showers from Pennsylvania down into the Tennessee Valley with the cold front. Nothing severe. This front's kind of starved for moisture as far as the severe parameters go. But it will be moving to the east and bringing us a good chance of showers as we go into the evening hours. So futurecast this afternoon, the southerly winds picking up and getting pretty toasty. 68 in Delmar, 69 in Seaford, mid-60s from Millsboro to Georgetown. But at the coast with the clouds, we're in the 50s. And then this evening is mild as the winds are picking up from the south, and here come the showers, and they could be on the heavy side this evening. Watch for maybe some flooding of poor drainage areas and maybe a rumble of thunder. Not expecting severe weather. Then that continues through about 9 o'clock. Even some showers hanging on around 10, and then the front comes through and we start to clear it out. It gets cold Friday morning. Temperatures in the 30s. We'll see lots of sunshine on your Friday, but it's going to be a chilly day with highs in the mid-50s, but feeling colder with the wind as those winds are ramping up this afternoon, gusting 25 to maybe 30 miles per hour. Then you see this U-shape. That's the cold front sliding through tonight. Those winds really whipping tomorrow, 35 to maybe 40 miles per hour. Then they start to quiet down into the evening hours. As far as the rain goes, about a half an inch, maybe a little more in some places, a little less in others. 68 this afternoon, cooler at the beaches, 39 tonight with some heavier rain, 56 on your Friday. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, sunshine Friday, 56, maybe a few showers Saturday, 65, cooling down Sunday, another rain chance Monday, and then more rain by Wednesday and a high of 55.
Thank you, Bob. In Wycomico County, millions of dollars are on its way for clean water projects. According to the Maryland Board of Public Works, $4.3 million unanimously was approved. The money will go towards safe drinking water and efforts to fight flooding. A total of $3.4 million will work against flooding and water pollution in Fruitland. Pittsville is getting $900,000 to improve its water treatment plant.
Well, we hope you're having a good day so far, but coming up at 4 o'clock, we hope to make it a little brighter with some coast life. Here's what's coming up today on the show. March 21st is World Down Syndrome Day. We've got some folks to come in and talk about how they're going to rock your socks to celebrate.
Plus, we've got some earthy tea tones and a side of big gossip. We're going to have a little spill the tea.
And if you are looking for your new forever starter, whatever home it is for you, we've got your happy place of the week. All that fun and more is coming up today at 4 o'clock on Coast Life.
It all started with a food truck. A truck and a dream of bringing excellent street food to our community. That dream became Tiki Jack's as we know it today. From mouth-watering street tacos to our signature sandwiches and street-inspired entrees, Tiki Jack's is the ultimate destination for comfort food by the shore. Whether you're dining out with family or looking for a fun night out with friends, stop by Tiki Jack's of Rehoboth Beach today for all your street eats and brews.
Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spills? They're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get Horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low, low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com now.
Join Camp Rehoboth at Women's Plus Fest from April 10th through 13th in Rehoboth Beach, celebrating community, sensational entertainment, sports, and much more. Catch headliners B. Steadwell and Gwen LaRocca at the Rehoboth Beach Convention Center, bringing the community together through the joy of music and comedy. Get ready to boogie at dances, meet new friends, and kick off spring with this unforgettable extravaganza. For fest passes and event tickets, visit camprehoboth.org.
DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices, and remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
We have some updates for people living in Ellendale. The town will discuss the year's upcoming events at its community outreach meeting tonight. This includes a town-wide yard sale in May, its Memorial Day service, all the way to another tree lighting in November. Officials will gather at 7 p.m. at the town hall tonight. After the break on CoastTV News Midday, we take a look at your health news.
Delmarva Sports Network updates can be heard on 93.5 The Beach.
Oh, look over here, look over here.
Okay, we'll get that.
I really want some lemons.
Okay. Birthday to you. Hey, what's up?
Shoes for every beginning. Shoes for everyone. Shoe department and shoe show.
Can be a dad? Yes.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit getmonkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-owned company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Sue Dalton today at sdalton@wboc.com to get started.
There's some promising news for people likely to develop Alzheimer's disease. A new study shows people who take amyloid-lowering drug delayed onset of the illness. This study is long-term and looked at participants over 17 years. The study was published in the journal Lancet Neurology. It only included people with rare genetic mutations that make developing Alzheimer's almost certain.
We're seeing cloudy skies, 55 in Dover right now, warming into the 60s well inland today as spring is underway. We're going to look at some spring showers this evening, then a sunny, cold, and windy Friday. Congratulations to Kenneth from Selbyville on winning a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV. I'll have your 10-day forecast after the break.
On August 1st of 1924, my great-grandfather, Samuel E. Shockley, met in Willards with a small group of men.
The only way that they could allocate capital through this area of Wicomico County was to build a bank.
They wanted a bank that could be used by the common man.
It's really rewarding to hear a customer who comes in and says, you know, your grandfather gave me my first loan.
It will not be about machines, computers, cell phones. Banking will always be about people.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Come out to the Race for Open Space 5K in Willis at George H.P. Smith Park on Saturday, April 5th at 9 a.m. Have fun with a 5K run and 1-mile walk with refreshments from Lloyd's Market and other local businesses, plus t-shirts and free health care awareness by BB Hospital. Proceeds go to support the permanent preservation of 4th Street Preserve, a 30-acre forested property for wildlife and native plants featuring minimal impact walking trails. Register for the race at osalewis.org.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Join America's favorite game.
You never know what's going to happen.
For the I can't believe it. And always for the unexpected.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
That's not it, but thank you.
Thursday at 7 on Coast TV.
Next Jeopardy, he's on a 4-day hot streak in 6-figure territory.
Another win today would guarantee himself a spot in our next Tournament of Champions.
It feels great. Let's roll the dice.
Thursday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
The first afternoon of spring will be a mild one. Upper 60s inland, 50s at the coast, and then rain builds in this evening with the cold front. Remember to call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. Another way to get your forecast, sponsored by Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico. We're going to see showers this evening with the cold front. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Sunshine Friday, 56 blustery. A few sprinkles Saturday, 65. Otherwise cooler on Sunday. More showers again by Monday. Then again by Wednesday with more up and down temperatures next week.
Thank you for joining us here on Coast TV News Midday. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Don't forget to join us later this afternoon for Coast TV News at 5. Have a great day.